Yeah. We are in the building. Let's get it going. Let's hype it up. Let's get it going. Y'all know what time it is. It's that time of the show. It's that time of the show. Let's go. Let's go. Come on in the building. Fill it up. Fill it up. I'm in the building. Let's see who we got so far. I see you, Gary. What's going on? Gregory. Steels, 5510. You're in the building. All right. Let's get everybody in here. Let's get everybody in here. Let's tune it up a little bit. Let's tune it up a little bit. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Come on, everybody. Come in the building. Come in the building. Come in the building. Let's go. Let's go. You see the title? We're doing the recap. Atlanta Dreams and Minnesota Lynx. Come get my tape. Come on in the building and get my tape. Come in the building and get my tape. Come on. Come in the building. Come in the building. Come in the building. Tony's Court Vision. Let's talk facts. Sugarcoat nothing. Sugarcoat nothing. Let's go. Come in the building. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Let's go. Give it time for some more people to get in the building. When you get in the building, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Don't be afraid. Hit it. All right, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Bring it down just a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit. Trying to scroll up here. Let's see, this thing is pausing on me. Let's see. Come in the building, y'all. Come in the building. I see you, Green Thumb. What's going on? It's been a few days. It's been a few days, y'all. It's been a few days. Come in the building. It's been a few days. Trying to pull us down. Trying to pull us down. StreamYard's trying to trip on me a little bit. There we go. Let's keep it scrolling on down because it's doing something a little bit weird on me. Come on, StreamYard. Come on in the building. Come on in the building. When you come in the building, hit the like button. Hit it. Hit it. Yeah. Come on in the building. What we talking about here? What we doing? What we doing? Trying to get it to scroll down, guys. Trying to get it to scroll down so I can get this thing going here. We're in one. I'm trying to get this thing to move, guys. It's stuck on. I'm trying to get my face on the screen here. Trying to get my face on the screen. StreamYard doing a little tripping right now. It won't let me scroll down. It won't let me scroll down. I hate to come out and come back in. I don't want it to start all over. I'm just trying to get it to maneuver here. It is literally stuck, guys. It's literally stuck. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard right now. See if I can pull this off right here. What is going on? Here we go with the silliness, y'all. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. When you come in the building, hit the like button. When you come in the building, hit the like button. So we're going to turn this down a little bit. Y'all, StreamYard would not let me scroll up and down. I don't know what's going on with it right now. Let's see, put myself back up there. Pop this up, remove it. Let me see if I can hit refresh. It's really stuck, you guys. StreamYard is acting a little funny. What's going on? I'm Justify. I see you. Just a fan. I see you in the building. It's also trying to give me some more folks in the building. Trying to get this stuff to maneuver here. It's just acting really weird right now. StreamYard won't let me scroll up and down and take this photo off the screen here. Let me see something here. I'm out to come out and come back in, guys. Have this reset. Hold on. Now we can get in here and do a little something. What's happening, everybody? Man, it's been a second. And this here just acting real weird on me. But that's okay. We're in the building now. Do me a favor. While you're in here, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let's tune this down a little bit. We're gonna minimize some stuff here so this doesn't happen again. One more thing here, minimize that. Again, come in the building and hit the like button. All right, now we get to maneuver and turn the sound down a little bit. That way you guys can hear me a lot clearer and I don't have to shout over the music. At the same time, you can see my face. I had to get that other screen off there, but we are here. What's going on? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Robert Jones. I see you. Come on in the building, guys. Hit the like button. And as you can see, you see the title, you see where we are, what we're talking about. Let me move y'all on down so I can kind of give you a little bit of eye level right there. But you see what we're talking about. It was Mother's Day weekend. It was also a recap of my birthday. Then I'm moving around. I had to, make a drive to see family. I'm here now. So while we're saying that, why not jump on, right? Let me get to show the comments on the screen there. So everything is seeming like it want to freeze here, but I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but everything seemed like it's sticking a little bit. But nevertheless, we're here. Let me send out the let's send the link. Let me send the link to my parties that be. The parties that be. I'm gonna do that and then we'll get started. I'm gonna paste it. Recap of all right. Sent that. I'm gonna always send it to my girl ADP. I gotta put this in the private chat, guys. I'm not ready for everybody that's in the chat to come up yet. So when I'm ready for that, I'll put it in the chat. But right now, I'm sending it to, of course, my girl Keisha Broclaud, and now I'm sending to ADP. So if they want to jump in, they're more than welcome to. ADP, I just sent you the link, so you should be good to go. That's if you want to come up. I know that you guys did a show a little bit earlier. I was getting my stuff together. I had to go back and watch some games, so I am fully caught up on everything. All things basketball. I got to see the games here and there, but not to its full extent. So I had to go back and spend most of the day today going through some of the games and so I can play catch up since I am behind. But nevertheless, we're here. Let's get started. We are talking about none other than our infamous Angel Reese and Atlanta Dream. And I say it like that because of course, we got to show love where love is due. Also, her and my girl Olivia Miles went head to head. Y'all know how I feel about Olivia Miles. If you don't know me too well, you know that I definitely cut for Olivia Miles. I've done a few shows on Olivia Miles. Just to be quite frank, for those that aren't caught up or aren't aware, is just now coming in the building and learning who I am. I've always followed Olivia Miles since she was in high school. I watched her play a lot of one-on-ones. 1v1s, shows that they had out, watching what a stamina that she's able to do, what I knew she would bring to the league, and just exactly what I thought she would bring to the league, she actually truly 100% did. And you can see it is very evident by the way she played in her 2 preseason games, not to mention her season opener. Of course, it did not fare well for her, for the Lynx, because they allowed my dream to come back and kind of a belt to A and get the dub. Now, with that being said, I'm going to read this article. I did have the, let me get the highlight of the game back up to recap for those that did not get a chance to see the scores. I'm going to pull it up for you here. Let's take this. Let me maneuver some stuff, guys. Put that like so. then this like so. There we go. Give us a better caption. Let's shrink that a little bit. All right, there we go. Now I can put that on stage for y'all, just so you can see it. It's for your knowledge base, not mine. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm saying. So, but I want you all to be able to see what we're talking about. Well, what I'm talking about, rather. But right now, let's just go ahead and get with the opener. Let's get with the opener. We went through a couple things. I had to go out, come back in, and readjust myself. But as you can see, we are coming in the building today, and we're talking about Atlanta Dream versus Minnesota Lynx. Angel Reese, Ryan Howard, Allisha Gray, Nas, Hillman, then of course none other than Jordan Canada, the starting five for the Atlanta Dream right now until Bree Jones can get herself back on the court, get herself acclimated back with the team. Hopefully that will be, hopefully I'm hoping by mid-season. She did have surgery done from an injury she had. If you all are following any other Dream players, you know that she had an injury while playing overseas. And so she's recovering from that injury. We want her to come back 100% healthy, not halfway. Again, I got you, ADP. I'm glad you're in the building rocking with me. ADP guys may be coming up a little bit later. So be aware that I may have her and maybe Keisha for a minute. Remember, Keisha will be going on Cut the Ish a little bit later at 7. So I want to try to make sure that I'm in and out, giving my recap, and then we can go on over and we can watch her and Duvall on her channel at, as we will say, 1900 hours. That's 7 o'clock for you normal folks that don't know the military term. But the Atlanta Dream pulled off one of the wildest comebacks of the opening weekend, storming back from down 19. You guys, it was truly something. I'm just gonna put it that way. Coming back from 19 to beat Minnesota Lynx 91-90 in their season opener, which was, of course, on the Minnesota Lynx floor. So sad for my girl Olivia Miles, but at the same time, hot diggity dog for my good old girl Angel Reese. One of the things people have to know is that those two had an opportunity to be extremely close before Olivia Miles coming into the league. One thing we also got to say about Angel, MF, and Reese, right? Angel has made an impact on a lot of the younger players' lives that are coming into the W right now. She's been able to talk to them extensively, send them messages, talk to them throughout their season last year from the collegiate level, giving them great advice, touching them in ways that got them to have a better frame of mind of looking at a way of things, considering maybe some things that was said about them, something that made them uncomfortable, all of those good things, right? Olivia Miles had a stint where, of course, we know that she moved from Notre Dame on to TCU. And when she did that, people said a lot of things about her and that she wasn't going to fare well. She's going to mess up her number rankings for coming into the W. It actually did the absolute opposite. I think the year before, Olivia Miles was due to come in either 3 or 5, but her staying back another season afforded her to work on some of the things that she felt like she needed to work on so she could be better prepared for the W when she got here, which, as you can see, was definitely a plus for her because she was able to work on those few things. And I think that Olivia Miles is looking great right now. She, as others, have an opportunity to get better in some areas that they're playing in. But nevertheless, hands down, she's going to end up being one of the top point guards to ever play this game. Is it today? No. There's many more guards in the league right now that are very, very good, i.e. the point guard in Chelsea Gray. But nevertheless, you have the point guards that are doing some great things. Are they a prolific passer like she is? No. But are they getting it done? Yes. So we shall see how this season pan out for her in the Minnesota Lynx throughout. I'll be following her, of course, because she's one of my babies that I've been following. I'm going to continue to follow her just as I follow Angel Reese. I'll be watching the Storm for our girl Big Four. We have a few things. I still like, Camila Cardoso on Chicago Sky. I'm not saying that I'm going to follow every last one of their games, but I will be in the building. And yes, I will recapping and talking about some of those ladies as well. But the key, number one key point player that I am going to push more than others, of course, is Angel MF and Reese. If you don't know it by now, you should know that this is just what it is. It's one of them channels, but not only that, I speak on everybody. But while we're there, it's going to come a point where Angel is going to end up playing some of all those teams, and we get to see some of our best play against each other, old teammates, rivalries, all those good jazz. I don't really see too many rivalries. I think the biggest rivalry for Angel Reese would be somewhat of a player like maybe a Kiki Arafin. I'm not going to say Asia Wilson because Asia Wilson is in a class of her own. We have a few, Alana Smith. We got a few players out there that we're going to be looking at going head to head with Angel. Now that she's in a position where she's the player that gets to help facilitate opening up the floor, getting the slashes to the bucket, and the way that their system run, Semesco system run, is going to be absolutely amazing for her. What's going on, Chanel? We see you in the building. Come on in, everybody. When you come in, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Okay, so now let's get into it. The biggest storyline of this game, would be, of course, Angel Reese. We already talked about Olivia Miles as being one. She was the show for her team, along with McBuckets doing her thing. And we will definitely not forget about Courtney Williams, who is always a strong, stellar player, doing her part, averaging, She had 14 points for Courtney Williams. Yeah, Courtney Williams had 14 points. McBride had 18. And as you can see, I'm not even down there. Once I watch a game and I can recap what's going on, I know who's doing what, when, why, how. But Olivia Miles, we're not going to say that she ain't her. She had 21 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks in this game. No doubt, does she belong? People like to ask the question, do some of these rookies belong? She is definitely a rookie that belong. And will definitely shine in her own way, doing her own thing. But that was one of the biggest storylines of this game, not to mention Angel Reese with the game-winning block. Her debut with the Atlanta Dream for the opening game was absolutely one of those games that she could have easily put up 20. We know that. And let's get that out the way, right? There are plenty shots, layups that Angel missed that she needs to make sure she start finishing. She's on a team now where she has that opportunity to do that. And she's just going to have to be poised and take her time when she's putting them layups up and finish at the basket. Easily, like I said, she could have easily had 20 plus points. You give her maybe 2 more buckets and 2 or 3 of those free throws that she missed, and they're sitting in a different capacity, right? Because she was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. If she could be 6 for 6 or 5 for 6 and make 2 more buckets, it's easy that she would have 20 points in this game. She has an opportunity to capitalize this year and putting herself where she want to be. She's going after that defensive title, at least to be in the number. And in order to be in that number, she's going to have to not only do what she has to do, the intangibles defensively, she's going to have to make sure she has a much cleaner offense this year, now being with a team that she doesn't have to work so hard for. But we know that she's going to give 100% of her time to this team. She's going to fight hard. They feel that she's the missing piece. I think that she's a missing piece, but I do want to see her finish more at the rim. So now that we got that out, let's just get back into the rest of the game and the things that she did do that was able to afford them to win. She gave them 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. I think the only thing that you can ask for more in that is just what I said, being able to finish on some of those layups that she missed. She got to finish those. That's number one. She knows that. We know that at some point it'll get to that point where she is being pretty much, I don't know, almost a perfect game for her, where if she's at putting up 11 shots, maybe she'll be 10 and 11 or 9 and 11. I would even take 8 and 11 in that case, right? But you're 8 and 11 and you finish well, you go ahead and you knock down those freebies, which are free throws, and easily Angel is 21, 25 points in this game. Now, other player that stood out, we all know, was that none other than Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray, 24 points, 16, scoring 16 of those points just in the second half alone. So that just tells you how slow the game was. Lynx jumped out on them, put the foot on their neck and never let off. And once Atlanta, I'm not going to say when, but once Atlanta decided to really play hard, she was in the building. What's going on, boss player? Are you guys going to play by playing? Are we going to do play by play? Not on this one. I would have to go back to the game again and run the whole game and run it as though as if it's play by play. I did not. This game was played during a time that I had a graduation that I went to. Then I had a big family function here, and it happened for the entire weekend. So I was not available for the most part. However, if that's something that you like us to go and do, or you would like me to do, just go ahead and put that's what you would like me to do in the chat, and maybe I'll do another stream, and we can do that. We can go play by play for the entire game. Right now, I'm just giving you, after watching the game, giving you what I saw in the game that was the best part of the game and who helped Atlanta Dream pull off the dub, right? Because they were down by 19 and they made a big comeback. Making that big comeback, it was huge. Again, Angel with 11 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, and you can't ask for anything else other than her finishing offensively at the rim, which is very important and will be important moving down the line and trying to get in a great position in the playoffs, because you don't want to end up being at the bottom in the playoffs. You want to be at the top, because that determines who you play and how long of a stint you have in the playoffs, right? People think because your record is great and you got to see that last season, it doesn't matter if you offer, right? Sometimes you won't win. Teams that we thought were going to be at the top weren't at the top. Teams we thought would finish well each round of the playoffs did not. So this year, I'm going to spend the time just working on watching each and every team, seeing where they are midway through, kind of giving maybe a testament or a teaser of what I think the rankings would be. I know that they put early predictions of who's going to be where in the playoffs and how they're going to fare at the end of the season, but I don't do that. I like to see the team, see where they are, and see what they're able to do. And even those sleeper teams, nobody did pick Washington to play as well as they're playing right now. Yes, it's early, and yes, other teams are trying to find their chemistry balance, i.e. Atlanta is still trying to find that chemistry. And you can tell by the way they're starting the game and the things that they're putting up. Give me a second, y'all. I'm thirsty. So, we want to kind of somewhat summarize some of the game and where they are and what they're looking at, right? Or what we're looking at, not what they're looking at. I could say they but they aren't the ones that's really playing the game. And when these teams, when they go sit down and recap and look at the weaknesses, they should come back in the next game and we should see a difference. The thing for this team, and I like the way Semesco put it, the first few games, the start of the season, people will be surprised, but you got to get the chemistry together. And that came 100% pure honesty from the coach. I like transparency. He didn't try to sugarcoat it. He didn't say his team was going to be a top team off the rip. What he did say was that at the end of the day, this is what we are. We're going to be fine. We're going to get it together. But the games aren't going to be what you think they are in the start of the season. And that's a coach keeping it real. And that's from what he's seen in practice, right? Guys, when you come in the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I need you to hit the like button. It's okay if you're not in the chat conversing. I still, however, need you to hit the like button when you come in. And my chat is pretty cool, so make sure you chiming in and hitting in on my chat, y'all. What's going on, She Wins? Welcome to the building. Again, boss player, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you stepping in the building and just hearing my take on this game. Let's put the stats up for you guys. I already have it on my end, but you can see what I'm talking about. Breakdown back to the prolific players or the outstanding players for this game. Of course, Angel Reese, Allisha Gray, and for the Lynx was Olivia Miles, but we will not forget about Tahina Paopao, who stepped in, as Angel said in the interview after the game, the post game, like she said, hey, Paopao didn't have a whole lot of minutes, but the minutes she did have, she capitalized on those minutes and she got it done. And as a matter of fact, let's look at it, right? Tahina Paopao played 21 minutes. She has 6 points. She was 3 of 10. She wasn't as efficient as she usually is. She was 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. But for me, I'm okay with that. You know why? Because she came in, she gave the effort. Eventually, they're going to fall. They're going to fall. This team, Atlanta Dream, is based on having a lot of perimeter shooting. So we're going to see a lot of those guys put up a lot of shots, period. She ended up being a -7 for the percentage, for the ratio there, plus minuses. But hey, I'm okay with that. It's not bad to me, right? But again, 21 minutes. She had 5 rebounds in there to add on 4 assists. Yes, she had 3 turnovers. That's another thing we got to get Angel Reese to kind of minimize on doing as well, is turning the ball over, right? She had 5 turnovers in this game. You take away 5 of those turnovers, because I'm sure that the Lynx, and watching it clearly, finished on 3 of those turnovers. 3 of those turnovers. So minimize the turnover for the team, because they had a total of 20 turnovers as a team. And let me pull that so you guys can see that a little bit better. There you go. Yeah, they had 20 turnovers. I just counted that in my head. But yeah, they had 20 turnovers. They snagged down 46 rebounds, shooting for 42% in the entire game. But you imagine Allisha Gray was 7 of 18. She was a plus 13. But you gotta, that's a lot. 7 of 18, you wanted to finish a little bit better. However, we'll take the 24 points. We'll take them. I'll take the 24 points. She makes half more of the ones that she missed, which was clearly 11. If she can give us maybe 3 more buckets out of that and give us, 10, maybe 11 and 18, then they look at a better stand. She put up 30 points. Ryan Howard needed to get more involved in the game. She had 15. She was 4 of 10 from the field. You get her more involved because she typically will be putting up about 18 to 20 buckets a game, somewhere off in there, maybe 15, right? But she's also more of a player that will depict where she is. What's going on, Tierra V? I see you. Uh, Thanks for coming in the building. Ashley Kimbrough, thank you for coming in the building. Guys, hit the like button. Please hit the like button. But again, back to finishing, they were 31 of 73 for shooting from the field. You can give us 40 for 73 and you still look better. That puts you at roughly about 45% from the field. Everybody would love 50%. That's just not going to happen, guys. You're going to have to be dang near a perfect team to get 50%. Because you're going to have some players that's going to have an off game and some that's going to be right in there. So I can, again, back to Tahina Paopao, she made it when it counted, right? Her making it when it count is extremely important. And she made that last bucket that kind of pushed them up there to 91, and they were able to hold on almost, though if Angel wasn't able to recover as quickly as she did, that would have been an easy layup and they would have lost by 1. But it's good that she is very agile and is able to have a quick reaction on the ball. I'm going to need Jordan Canada to not be on skates while Olivia Miles is giving her the business. That's another thing. Olivia Miles had 21 points because she had Jordan Canada in a blender. Man, when I say Jordan was on skates, man, she was on skates and she had no breaks. She didn't know how to control that. And I can't. We could ask her to be a better defender, but then you're looking for Olivia Miles to not be as efficient as she was. She is a guard that plays off pick and rolls perfectly. If you bite, guess what? She can drop the ball off down low. She can get it to a shooting guard, to a left or a right, cross court. She's quick. She has fast passes. And if you don't bite, she going to put you on skates and then she going to give it a knockdown right and dot your eye. One of the things that I loved about Olivia Miles' games is that she was able to develop the 3-ball. It's something that she was not proficient in. But she worked on that this past season in her last year in college. And it was one of those things that she wanted to work on. So she would be better. And guess what? She is better. She's better. I like that. I like what she was able to do. I like that she was able to use the pick and roll to her advantage. She's going to work a lot of guards in that capacity. And man, it's going you're going to have a lot more guards on skates than just Jordan Canada. And she's just good at it. She's going to be point guard number 2 in this league as long as Chelsea Gray is playing. But still, guys, there's more point guards that are still very good. Olivia Miles is just good for where she is right now, and we only hope for her to get better. What's going on, Michael White? Michael White say, hey, Tony, congratulations for all your hard work and success. Enjoy your rewards. The games were great this weekend. These women are fun to watch. I know I've been playing catch up, and I tell you, these were some great games this weekend. These were some great games. What's going on, William Goins? Thanks for coming into the building. Guys, make sure you all are hitting the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Even if you say something in the chat or not, I want to see that you are engaged in what I'm giving you and what I'm putting out. It only helps when you do that. It only tells me that I'm doing something right. If you don't hit the like button, that means I'm trash. And I can tell you I'm not. Anyway, as you come in the building, hit the like button. But yes, Michael, I got to get back. There's 2 more games that I got to watch. I'm pretty much caught up on all but 2 games. So I got 2 more games to watch. So I can't wait to catch up on those right after I get off of this. I'm going to go and I'm going to watch some Keisha and the Vol show at 7. But yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do from the weekend. I just spent the weekend enjoying family. Again, some graduations, Mother's Day weekend, birthday. Also, I have another graduation this Wednesday to attend. So, yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to try to come on maybe twice tomorrow. Do tune in because Keisha and I will be on tomorrow. Tune in. We're going to have a great show for you guys. Make sure you come and you be a part of it. I know some of you will probably be at work. Um, but if you can catch us before you get there, that'll be great. Come in, hit the like button, get what you can, and don't get in trouble at work. Don't get in trouble at work. However, we want you to tune in and listen in to all of everything that we have to offer. What's going on? Live, laugh, and love. I see you. Me too at Williams. I always hit all the right buttons. I appreciate that. Thanks for hitting all the right buttons, gang. Okay, now back to what I was saying. Te-Hina Paopao only played 21 minutes, which was a lot of minutes, right? We say limited because she was in and out, in and out. Yes, she had 21 minutes, but that's limited compared to what we would normally see from Te-Hina Paopao for as minutes wise. But I can't wait to see what she does and continue to offer and bring to this team. Being the ranking that she was in the second round and then making a team and still being in the league is a plus within itself. I'm going to say that. So if anybody thinks that she's not or won't be as effective as she need to be, she surprised some people. And it's unfortunate. And I've heard someone say it before, and I'm just going to piggyback off that some of the players from South Carolina just aren't getting picked at the right time when it comes to the draft. They always get slated. However, it's not to say that the players that were before them weren't any better. It's just that I think there's some tangible about some of those players that they have to offer that being in a better position when it comes to the draft to go to different teams would afford them to have a brighter light. Thanks for coming to building, Jonathan Goins. I see you. Gonzalez, I see you. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. And the rest of the chat. But again, she came in. She made a big shot. She's always so poised. The other thing that I loved about this game is just how poised the Atlanta Dream was. They didn't panic because they were down. They just simply played the game. They played the game. They weren't in a rush. They let the game come to them. And when it was time for them to strike, they went out and they struck gold. And they got the win. That's all that matters, right? But having quicker reaction defensively is something that I want to see the Dream have pick up on. It's going to be important for them to do that because we can't go through a season watching them have delays and then trying to work their way out the hole every game. It's going to hurt them in the end, and they're overexalting themselves when they can save their energy for maybe a different quarter, right? But being able to finish well is something that I'm looking for them to do, especially Angel on those layups, being able to finish a lot better. Again, Olivia Miles had 21 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks herself. She had pretty much a full stat line. Let's go on down here to see. She had 3 turnovers to go along with that. I like it. All of her rebounds were defensive rebounds, as you can see. And we'll continue to scroll so we can see the depth of what they had. Natasha Howard played 20 minutes. You had Coffee played 31 minutes. Coffee gonna have to do better. Like Coffee didn't offer anything to the team. This is going to be a problem for the Lynx moving forward. If your best player on the team is Olivia Miles and maybe Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams did a thing. She was 7 of 18. Again, she and Allisha Gray are known to finish a little bit better. Gray much more so than Courtney. Courtney is That is pretty much her average, 14, maybe 18 points a game when she's having her best game. Her worst game is she might have 4 or 5 points. But her helping along with giving the 14 points, being 7 of 18 from the field, 0 from 3 from the 3-point line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and 3 steals was a good stat line. Now, some of those steals, of course, came off of Angel. It came off of some of the passes that was made for the Dream. That's 2 with Natasha Howard having 5 turnovers. So you had 2 bigs, a big on the Lynx and a big on the Dream, which is Angel. Both had 5 turnovers apiece. They were playing hard. They were getting in each other's business. And typically that happens. You'll have those turnovers, but you don't want to see them having that many turnovers. So they matched the intensity on that when it came to turnovers for big versus big. However, Angel Reese wins that toss with, of course, having 11 points and 14 rebounds, along with 2 assists, 3. She too had three blocks. She had 3 blocks, 2 steals, so she had a full stat line as well, as you can see from the top. So if you had to win a toss on the 2 of them, then you got to give it none other than to Angel Reese. But her and Natasha Howard with them 5 turnovers is diabolical for a team. Hey, Keisha in the building. I ain't seen Keisha. But if you're in the building, what's up, Keisha? Now again, back to the Dream, and I was talking about Paopao. Paopao coming in again. She had the 4 rebounds, the 4 assists, and she had 3 turnovers. You take away one of those turnovers, that was just absolutely a bad pass. And yeah, 2 of them it happens. Everybody's not going to be perfect. But although they had the 20 turnovers to what's this? We'll go to Lynx 15. They had 15 turnovers, 25 rebounds. We absolutely killed them on the boards with 26 boards, which is absolutely a great opportunity for them to have the second chance shots that they got. So I would say that was a plus for them. Come Angel, having the 14 rebounds, also 8 from Gray. You got 7 from Hillman. And you got 6. No, you got 2 from Howard. I'm sorry, from Canada, and 6 from Howard. So, man, checking in from the ATL, great content. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cedric Thomas. Go ahead and hit the like button. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Anyone that's in the chat right now or watching the stream, if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I will be covering doing recaps on all Atlanta Dream games. My goal is also to hit the majority of the links, because I absolutely love Olivia Miles. That's my girl. I followed her in college. I followed her while she was in high school. So do know I'm going to be catching her. So if you're a big Lynx fan, also subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. So that way you'll see that little notification bell. You'll be notified every time I drop. So please make sure you guys are doing that for sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Gregor was saying the 2 offensive fouls that Angel had ended up being the turnovers. Absolutely. That's how it goes. But again, if we can clean up some of those, there was 2 calls made on Angel, I'm going to tell you, that shouldn't have been. So technically, Angel really shouldn't have only had 3 fouls when I'm going back and I'm looking at this game. Some things that they let go that they shouldn't let go, and some things that they call that is just unnecessary to call. I need the refs to clean it up now, but we do got to understand this. This is something that the league asked for, right? They asked for this. They asked for tighter defense, trying to call some fouls that we know that they absolutely did not call. the last 2 years. They were just diabolical with that. And this year, you see that they're starting off the season and they're calling the game a little bit tighter. When they call the game a little bit tighter, that just keeps people from cheating. It keeps people from holding players like Angel Reese around the waist and jaking them out of the air. It keeps players like Caitlin Clark from running into people, pushing them down to create space, and the call is not made, or they're making it a defensive call versus an offensive call on her, which is clearly her pushing off to create space. That has got to stop. So kudos to the refs for making the one call on her that she did on our girl Zaza. She pushed her straight up. And it's like, is that a call? Hell yeah, that's a call. That's a call. You done lost your mind. How about that ain't no call? Anyway, back to the game. Minnesota, back to it. So we went over the scores. For us, Atlanta, let's hit Minnesota a little bit. We know your leading scorer for the Lynx was Olivia Miles with 21 points. She was 6 of 14. That's because she put Canada on skates, and Canada didn't have any breaks and was late to recover after being on skates. And Olivia Miles was able to knock down a couple of big buckets. However, slash into the basket is something she do well. She will be able to do that astonishingly in this league versus what we saw at the collegiate level, because you have more defenders. Sorry to say, but from a professional standpoint, sometimes players just cheat defensively. And when you cheat defensively, a player like Olivia Miles gonna make you pay for it, period. What's going on, T. Camilla? I see you in the building. Ready Milky Way. We got Van. We see you, Van. We see you, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the building. Make sure everybody's hitting that like button. Make sure everybody hit that like button. Also, then you had McBride, who had 20. She was 7 of 13 from the field, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a turnover, and a steal. But Coffee, let's talk about you, Coffee. Let's just talk about Coffee for a little bit. Coffee, you got to do better. Coffee played 31 minutes. She had 3 points, y'all. 3 points. She was 1 of 4. First of all, she didn't shoot enough, but she was 1 of 4 from the field, and that was the 3-pointer she took. That's why she had 3 points. She didn't do anything else in 31 minutes. Again, I'm going to say it, 31 minutes. Coffee, you've got to be better. She had 1 assist and 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks to go along with the 3 points she had for 31 minutes. And I'm going to reiterate, 31 minutes. I can't stand a player playing that many minutes, and that's all you offering your team? You're a starter. Natasha Howard, you mean to tell me Baby Reese put you on lockdown? You played 20 minutes. You only gave your team 6 points. You had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 turnovers, and 1 steal. I'm going to call her Baby Reese because she's a baby to Howard, right? But I'm never going to knock nothing from Reese because, you know, now ATL Barbie ain't taking no mess from nobody. And she's no longer a veteran anymore. So it is what it is. So kudos to Angel for slowing her down, keeping her from being able to be a dominant scorer for her team. And, of course, it is what it is. Coffee, you was trash. I'm just going to say it. You was trash. You have to do better if you're going to play my girl Olivia Miles. You can't have 31 minutes and have 3 points. That don't work. That don't work. You got to at least give 10, 8, 10, 11, something, right? Because I'm already chewing Angel out for the layups that she missed. I'm chewing out for the layups that she missed, right? Because Angel should have had 20. You got to clean that up. You're no longer on a team. If you were playing with the Sky again and Sky didn't have the players that they have, and you continuously had to be the playmaker for the team, then I would say that these 11 points are okay, and a couple of duckies that you missed it's never fine. In some instances, in some plays, it's okay. But on this team right here, you got to finish because you have too many weapons. Too many. So chippies, again, Angel, you can't miss. And I'm going to keep saying it. Yeah, Van, you're right. Coffee spent more time trying to get Reese irritated so she can get ejected. Coffee, it's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? Because she got players on her team now that understands her and that can kind of settle her down when she gets or before she gets in that mood. Coffee needed to be more intertwined with trying to get her job done, playing 31 minutes and only having 3 dang on points. But kudos to her because what she tried to do didn't work. It didn't work. Angel was still in that game, and I'm so glad it wasn't a foul. But she positioned herself right. And I like that, right? If she would have got there and went head up, then of course it would have been a foul. Lynx would have won this game, and the game would have been lost on Angel Reese's head. Just like she missed the layup prior to Tahina making that midi that she made to put them up 91-90. That clearly should have been Angel. And then Tina coming in and doing what she did, and then they would have been up easily by 3 points with her midi, right? Then they wouldn't have been in that situation. So again, Angel she recognized, she said it in the interview, what she needed to do, and how frustrating it was for her, but she got to get over that, man. It's the next play. Just like Nas went up to her, right? It's the next play. You can't worry about that. You can't sulk. You got to get back into the game. But yeah, again, Coffee was truly diabolical. Was worried about little old Angel. She should have been worried about herself and helping her team out. You had the likes of a baby and Olivia Miles leading y'all. Come on now. And the veteran of all veterans, Howard, she only had 6 points. But it is what it is. What's going on, big dog? Thanks for coming to the building. I see y'all. I see you. Now, back to the Lynx. Again, McBride 20. Courtney Williams 14. Miles with 21. You had Emma with 12 points. Emma played 19 minutes, and Emma did better than Coffee and Howard put together. Anyway, moving right along. And you got 6 from Caldwell, 2 from Hoff. And they shot 50%. They shot 50%, right? They were 35 of 70. So, when a team is shooting that well and you can skate by them with 42% shooting from the field, what does that say for the Lynx? The Lynx have a lot to work on. Now, let's get this scoreboard off of here. Let's get that off. And I'm going to stay where I'm at because I like my artwork. And I want y'all to just glaze in that. Yes, I got my girl Olivia Miles center. I got her center because that's my baby. That's one of my babies. But again, Minnesota was going to go straight through it. Minnesota dominated early in the game. The Lynx defense forced 14 Atlanta Dream turnovers. So 14 of those turnovers were definitely flashed by the Lynx. And the others were just turnovers as crazy. But if you're able to watch your surroundings and be more conscious, 14 of those turnovers don't happen. I'm watching. Catching the ball charismatically, not having your feet set properly, being off balance, all of those things afforded the turnovers that they got. So they got to be better. So it's one of those things. And that was in the first half of the game. That's in the first half of the game. 14, they forced them to have 14 turnovers in the first half of the game. So them ending up the game with 20 means they only had 6 in the entire second half. If you can withdraw 14 or at least 7, just withdraw 7 of those turnovers, then Dream would have been in that game early on going into the half. That's the start of the game. It was a massacre. They just did not come out well at all. And the Dream's offense looked completely out of sync. You can't say it. They look extremely out of sync. The Lynx led by as many as 19. And also seemed very much in control the entire third quarter. However, although they seemed in control the entire third quarter, you allow from the quarter standpoint ATL to win that quarter 26-19. Lynx won first and second quarter, and then the Dream won the third and fourth quarter. So they got to figure out a way to do better, have a better start where they're not. They literally had them 24-12, guys, 24-12. That's insane. That's literally insane. They needed to do better. Now that y'all got to see my artwork, let me put myself fully on screen. All right, there we go. So I'm fully on screen so y'all can see me a lot better. I just want y'all to see my artwork a little bit. And my artwork should be T, y'all. It should be T. But I'm back on screen fully. But yeah, the pressures that they put on, they led by as many as 19. There was pretty much poised, but at no uncertainty was the Dream never felt rushed to battle back in a game. They just took it one back at a time, minimized the turnovers, and stayed within the realm of the game, and they were able to afford themselves the W. The Dream went on an 18-4 run late in the third quarter after the Lynx seemed to be extremely poised in that game. But when you allow, and I got my notes here, they literally went on an 18-4 run. 18-4 run, chat, in that at the bottom of that third quarter, which allowed them to keep the momentum rolling into the fourth, cutting the lead to one possession, literally one possession. Jordan Canada attacked the paint aggressively while rookie Tahina Paopao, and she's no longer a rookie, y'all. We can still call her a rookie because she's really I like to call her a rookie, and I wrote that down right here in my notes because I want people to understand she's a second-year player, but she's still a rookie, right? She played very limited minutes last year. She played very limited minutes this year. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let me get ADP. Where you at, ADP? I'm sorry. ADP is backstage, y'all. Let's get ADP on the stage.
Tony treat
there
me
you
like
go. My bad, girl. Look, I was on the roll. I ain't mean to treat you like bro Claude do everybody. Yeah, I said it. Y'all can tell him I said it. But yeah, I was on the roll.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I was talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about how just the 18-4 run for the Atlanta Dream was just phenomenal, right? To get themselves back into one possession of the game, which made it super, super easy for them in the fourth quarter. And both teams kind of just trading buckets back and forth for as the lead is concerned, right? There's moments in a game where once you do that, it's anybody's game. And at that point, it was literally anybody's game. And I'm glad that it kind of actually went that way. Let me get these glasses. The rim of these glasses is just jabbing me in the side of my head, but that's okay. But yeah, that 18-4 run at the bottom of the third. Yeah, I'm going for my notes here, y'all, because I love to write notes. Anybody know me know that I like to have paper and pen and write my notes. So I'm up here and I know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to miss anything. So they cut the lead down to 1. Jordan Canada went to the bucket, and her going to the bucket aggressively, let's say it that way, tied the game. I think it was 85. Then of course they went down. Lynx went down. They scored again. It was 85-27. But then Tahina Paopao, after they went up, I think they went up by 4 again. No, it ended up being 87-87. Then McBride. No, it was 87-87. McBride scored and made it 90. Once McBride put up that 3 and it was 90-87, you had Tahina Paopao that came in. We had another score between that. Then Tahina Paopao came in, put that score in, and it made it 91. So with having that, it was super easy for them to try to control the narrative. Of course, it ended up being a jump ball. Olivia Miles goes into the lane, attempting to get a layup, but she got stuffed and blocked by Allisha Gray. However, that afforded Nas to tie up the ball with Coffee, and then the two of them jump the ball. They win the jump ball. They get pretty much the last play of the game. Olivia Miles trying to put Canada back on skates. It was a switch off. She said, nope, she's not going to let me cut. And this is the rookie side of Olivia Miles that I saw, although she had an amazing game, right? She made a great play because I think if I remember correctly, I think it was McBride was telling her to get it down low, which was the absolute right pass, right? But it also could have been her basically giving it to a guard. But why not give it to the player down low, right?
Right.
Because Reese was playing the top of the circle. Playing the top of the circle, having a player behind you is never a great thing when you're down by 1. However, because Angel has a quick reaction, she's able to block the shot, and then game is over. Dream wins the game. I love that for her. It was a big moment. She seals this game for the team after already feeling like she was going to be the reason they lost the game for the layup she missed, although they still had seconds on the clock. Mm-hmm. But they never rushed ADP. They just did not rush. They stayed very paused. With Tahina Paopao delivering that shot, it was great. It was a great pull up with 12 seconds on the clock. Literally 12 seconds. Check. Mm-hmm. Right. We look at and ADP. We look at men game all the time, right? And it was like, well, that's a lifetime in a men's game. They could put up 2 or 3 buckets, in with 12 seconds, right? Because that's the way the men game work. A women's game in 12 seconds, you could probably put up possibly 2, depending on how fast the game is going. And like I explained early on, just last year when I first started my channel, right? The game is becoming quicker and quicker. These females that are coming in are fast. Yeah. So y'all are going to see teams from the W doing the same thing, putting up 3 to 4 buckets with 12 seconds on the clock. Mm-hmm. It's definitely possible.
That's like that Dallas.
But her giving Atlanta, that game, that's one of the games I got to go watch. I saw highlights, but I don't believe in coming in and giving a soliloquy on the game from highlights. Because highlights don't tell the whole story, right?
Don't.
I'm drinking a big shot, y'all. This is our Louisiana soda big shot. I'm drinking a pineapple big shot. I'm not advertising for them, but pineapple big shot, y'all. Pineapple big shot. Anyway, I like it because it doesn't have a whole lot of sugar in it. However, it does have 340 calories in it. So I won't finish that. Anyway. Anything you have on the end of that game? On that game winner?
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat, and I talked about this earlier. It was definitely, I think a lot of our baby goat was like nervous. She's in a new setting. She got to learn, the coach's style and everything. So I think it was a little bit of that because it seemed like she was a lot in her head during the game. But I tell you what, nobody can say Angel Reese is a quitter. And I think it made a difference that she's with a team that, oh, sorry, Tony. that she's with a team that appreciates her, that cares for her, and it's not jealousy. So you can definitely see the team chemistry in this game got them to win. It took everybody on deck to get this win. And what was so epic about that shot is that she was able to do it with teammates that actually cared about her. You know what that's like? You one of the people that carried your whole team, but now you getting that back in return.
Yes.
And
that's what I love about her being on the Atlanta Dream. I love that.
Right. You saw all of that, but this started like this season in a whole different way. This is a whole different light. This goes back to, this is what happens when you have team chemistry, or you have vets or people around you that appreciate who you are, instead of you having jealousy or whatever the case may be towards you. This is how you win games. And she didn't give up, Tony. She didn't give up. It wasn't going the way she wanted to. She was beating herself up about it. And like I was telling people, Angel is the hardest on herself than anybody. But she had people around her like the Bree Jones and the Paopao and the Gray say. They was making a joke. Gray said, I don't do no blocks. But guess what? She was like, wait a minute, I gotta represent. Because she knew they understand. They kind of probably gotta look. These players talk, and they know what it's like to be mistreated behind closed doors. We only got a glimpse of what Angel and Camilla went through. We don't even know the half of what they went through.
No,
you know
what I'm saying? We don't.
But what made this so epic? We can take this off the list. It wasn't intentional, but it happened. Can Angel Reese, baby goat, close a game? Yes, she can.
Yeah.
Was she trying to do that? I don't know if the game is on the line, can you trust Reese? She proved it.
Yeah.
So you can take this off. And I'm gonna wait, Tony. We're gonna run this back. When you watch that Dallas and Fever game, you tell me what you think, because some people try to do that, it just don't be working out for them. But when Baby Goat did it worked out. That's what you call guys' favorite right now.
I love it. As she gets comfortable.
Yeah.
As she gets comfortable with the Dream, we're gonna really see Angel flourish. She just the comfortability, getting familiar with the new team. Okot came in and she did a pretty good job. She had 10 minutes on the floor. She gave 8 points. She was 3 of 6 from the field. She was 0 of 1 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She snagged down 4 boards. You can't ask for your rookie that you do have to come in and do a good job and just stand her ground. I like the fact that she was able to come in and do that. Okada is going to be fine. Remember, she's still simply green. I know a lot of people want to see her do some things more on the floor by them giving her more minutes on the floor, but she's still green when it comes to playing a player like Coffee and also Howard. You gotta be ready, because those two ladies, they are terrors when they need to be down there in the paint. And if you don't have nobody to play them silently, it's gonna spell trouble. So although Okot was able to do what she did defensively, she is going to have to be there, and that was the pivotal point in this game right here. Atlanta they start pressuring defensively, and it changed everything within the game. That's how they went up 18-4 at the bottom of the third.
Right.
They went. They outscored them 18-4.
Yep, they figured it out.
Yeah. So we're gonna see, like, every game I see the Dream elevating and getting better. With the chemistry on the floor. Again, like I said early on, ADP, Bree Jones being injured and not in the lineup, it changes the trajectory of the game. Angel is an add-on, but Angel is a 4 who's having to play the 5 right now, which is okay. Of course, we all know that she can do it. I just don't want to see her fall out of a game because she plays so
Right.
hard and she's spending more time thinking versus
Right.
just playing free. You know, when she
Yeah.
plays free, her mind is free flowing. She's finishing well. Her free throws are almost at 100%. She's snagging down boys left and right. She's giving assists. She's having a full stat line like she had today, right? During this game, she had a full stat line, but she had 5 turnovers, and we just got to eliminate those, right? Because 2 of them was the offensive call that she got. So, so 2 of those were offensive calls. There was 2 fouls that clearly probably shouldn't have been a foul, but they gave to her, and that's why she had the 5 she had. Because actually 3 of them were hers for sure. But if she's gonna play that position, she's gonna have to be careful and not get herself in the danger zone right there. However, her getting more comfortable, and we know it's comfortability for her. That's what that spells. She has to have comfortability to be the best temperament, have the best temperament on any game. As you can see, when the coach is in her butt, like what's his name? Damn, Jeff P last year told her, we need more from Angel. And she came out and she did what? She was a beast the remainder of the season. Except for the games that she was out. What's her name? Camilla should have been a beast. But Camilla was 1 of 11 while Angel was out, right? Which is not good. While Camilla was gone, or Camilla, during that time, Angel, they lost 1 game and won the rest. So you just gotta have the tangibles. But we digress on the Sky. We're not talking about the Sky that like they got a whole new team. I only want to talk about the Sky based on what they have right now and the players that they have right now, because they're the only ones that's important. What took place before doesn't matter. And that's the other game. I didn't get to see their game, and I didn't get to see the Fever game. So I'm going to go back and look at those 2 games, and I am going to give a recap on those games as well, because I definitely got to see exactly what CC did and also how well Skylar felt in this game being the first season opener, because all I got to see was her talking about the attendance that they had, right? Having 20,000 there. I'd have to see what she's talking about. I don't doubt that they're going to have fans, because when you're a true fan of a team, you could be as pissed off as you want about a player leaving, but if you bring in the right caliber of players, those players are going to play. And the fans are going to come watch, because ultimately they want their team to win. They wish they had Angel with the players that they have, but they're going to be content with what they have. What's going on, big girl? What's going on, Nubian Sage? I see you in the building.
Right. You're right, Tony.
Yeah. But back to it. Again, what you said, 20? Yeah, 20 in Portland. Yeah, they had 20.
But they also sold out. Angel Reese not playing them too. They already sold out for that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because they want to see. I don't doubt it. Yeah, it's one of those cities where they're gonna do their job. Look who they played first of all, and again where they played. It's inevitable. You're gonna have 20 people are gonna buy seats. They're gonna do well. T. Camilla, Tony, that was Portland crowd, not the Sky. See, I mean, she was commenting Portland. Yeah, again, I know that's why they are, right? But I'm using that as an example because they had some fans in the building. So wherever they go, where people were griping about they weren't gonna get no tickets, they weren't gonna go, they don't want to see the Sky. Portland, we gotta also know Portland's gonna be sold out anyway, right? That's just how they are. But for the fans of the opposing team, right? You have fans within there that's there to see those players as well. So I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna text my son right now that I'm looking at your message, big girl, because my son was supposed to pick it up. Let me see if he picked it up. Give me a
No,
second. Go
big
ahead,
girl.
ADP,
I
if
didn't
you
get
got
my
something.
no, I didn't get my package yet. I was looking out the door every 10 to 15 minutes, and it just did not come today.
I
But
know.
I'll keep checking though, big girl. You know how it goes. But no, oh, and somebody in the chat was asking about that. I was gonna ask you what you thought about not coming to the dream as well.
Who that? Alilda?
Uh-huh.
Alilda and I coming to the game. I think it's another added piece that I'm gonna like to see. I don't think that it's gonna be bad. I want to see her because again, just because you go to a team don't mean that you feel nice, right? You
Right,
can come
right.
in and you may not feel in. And I don't mean fit in. I mean fill in. Where is it that she's gonna fill in? Right now, we got Paopao. We got a few other players. But maybe she'll be better than some of the rookies that we have, which I know she will. But I think it's a great piece, right? Because she does have something to offer. What do you
Mm-hmm,
think
mm-hmm.
about her?
I don't know yet. I gotta watch. See, that's what I gotta see. I gotta watch and see. As the season move forward, how she's gonna do. In his rotations or and stuff like that, and how she, play with the players. But did you notice, Tony, like in the game now, usually one of the players are off. It's usually Gray or Howard, but for both of them not to do what they normally do, that was something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You normally get one. You normally get one of them. It's very rare that you see both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but see, that's a test. But you never know how your test comes. So I was like, that was definitely a test because they were down by 18. Like, but I kept saying, I kept putting in the chat, Tony. I was like, they're gonna win. Go Dream, go Dream. Yes, baby. And I was on the
Yeah.
edge of my seat. That's a glue stick. Yeah, you
Well,
can hold it.
I agree. Yes, my player did do her thing against the Mercury, big girl, and yeah, I got something for that. We're gonna talk about that one tomorrow, so you'll get to hear us play on. I'm gonna do that show with Keisha tomorrow. So yes, I'm watching everybody. Although I was having family fun this weekend with my family and the Big Easy, and I'm still here. I was watching some stuff here and there while still trying to engage with my family. So I'm recapping everything right now. And as I recap it, I'm going back and I'm watching the full game. I don't want to watch highlights. I want to watch the full games. Highlights everywhere. You can see highlights across the board. But I want to know exactly what the player did the entire game, not just the highlights, because they're going to show you where the player was wrong. The only person going to show you where the player didn't do well is a blog that's a negative channel and have vitriol for a player will put that out there. I want to watch it for myself and see the whole game to see how the player did, what was the turning point in their game, why did they start off the way they did and what they look like. So that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, I did see her do well, and she will do that. She's in a place that's perfect for her, big girl, and I like that for 100%. Right? All of these players, they need to be somewhere that pretty much fits them and they can help the team along the way and be successful all at the same time.
Oh my gosh. They just released Harrison? Oh, sorry, Tony. That's the one case that was telling us to look out for.
Who was she with again? Oh, Portland just released.
Portland.
Yeah, they something.
Jordan Harrison. Okay, no.
Some of these people just don't know talent when they see it, right? Again, it's about fit. What team are you on, and does it fit you? That was the whole thing about Angel picking a team to go to when she had all these teams that had the choices that she had, right? What team? And some players, and let me say it like this, So first I'm going to say what team would best fit her, but some players can fit anywhere. Angel is a player that can fit anywhere. And that's 100. It's about fit. Simply about fit. So tell me, what does this particular game mean for our Atlanta Dream? Tell me what this game right here, this pivotal point in this game mean for Atlanta Dream, in your opinion?
Oh gosh, this is like this is setting like the I don't know. It was definitely a game changer, but it was awesome because it shows them no matter what, when you don't give up and we come together, we can win together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus just giving up. You know what giving up on the court looked like, and that's not what the Dream did. They definitely they pulled together and they found a solution to what works. And what they knew was that summer their teammates needed that confidence. They needed that boost, like the Bree Jones and Angel building up Okada and Gray, I got you kind of thing. Paopao, like everybody played a part in that game. So they saw was, this is what happened when you build team chemistry. This is what happened when you work together. This is what happened when you don't give up. We can deal with our players are not going to win every game, Tony. We get that. But at least if we could see them try and we could see that chemistry, we okay. You know what I'm saying? We see you fight hard. We see you do your best. Yeah. We're okay with that. Because we know is it possible they can win every game? Yeah. But we just never know how these games are going to turn out. Yeah. I think they learned the will to fight. I think they learned the will to stick together. And it's just different. What I get from the Dream, Tony, is family. And I didn't know this about the Dream until Reese was added. So now I'm saying is they always been a family, and Angel is the new addition to their family.
To their family.
And they're not like they are together. We ain't seen this type of bond on I haven't seen this type of bond on the other teams. Not like this, Tony. It's different. This is different.
This is different.
I do see Ace is doing a little bit of something over there too. So that's why I said the Dream laid out the blueprint, because now you're starting to see more and more vets pouring into the rookies, having the rookies back. I'm just doing that discernment when I'm watching the game. I'm seeing that, Tony.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole key right there, right? Angel being somewhere where she feels wanted and loved. Well, the word is beloved, right? It's easy, and you can get a player to be the best. And the intangibles of the things that we are looking for her to be better at, in those little small intangibles, she's going to get there because of the place that she's in. Again, this is one of those teams where it's a statement win, and I'm going to give my soliloquy on it, right? It's a statement win saying, hey, we aren't where we want to be right now, but this is what we can offer you, because this is what we're going to look like when we're at our best. When they went on that 18-4 run, this is what we look like when we're at our best. And they're still not at their best. So when they get there, again, like I told the chat early on, just like Semesco said, people are going to be looking at this, looking at the first few games, and they're not going to like what they see. Right? You want every game to be great, he said, but the early games aren't what you see. It doesn't depict what your team really is, because everybody has to build that chemistry. And I like how his program runs. His program runs based off the ability of his team being connected as one. And if you don't have players on your team that's able to do that, you have to somehow make a change. And I get, don't get me wrong, I get that is something that Jeff P. Wushy could have had. But you can't have chemistry when you don't bring in the right type of people and say that this is the team that's going to be, it's a rebuild and we're going to work with the rebuild. But now you're not on a rebuild. Now you're doing something different. You going for the wins now versus the rebuild. And you should have had that sentiment last year. However, you didn't. Again, I digress. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to worry about that. You want to see people come in and be a help, not a hinder. And everybody that Semesco has brought in will be a grave help to the Dream. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what Angel does. She better start locking in and finishing at the rim. Because let me tell you something about my ATL folks, Bill. My ATL folks don't play that. They ain't gonna play all that.
I saw it too, and I was like, "What was up with Angel?" But I know what it was all about for that first game. I promise you, she gonna come correct. She coming back. But I know what it was all about. Like you said in the beginning, comfort and you know what I'm saying, finding her way. And yeah, the turnovers, it'll get better.
Yes. Yeah. Comfortability is exactly it. Comfortability is what they're looking for. And it's going to be there. It's going to be there and it's going to come. Like I said, you're going to see I have a whole nother outlook for this team moving forward. Just to like, I loved watching Bree Jones embrace her because she got to have that, right? She embraced her at the end of the game. I think it was applause. All of her teammates was excited for her. Look, see what happens. Don't worry about the last play. Look what you did. You got us to win. You made the big block that afforded us to win versus them making that layup at the last second of the game, right? Because it could have been too easy. She positioned her body a little to the right, a little bit more, and guess what? That would have been a foul. But the player didn't go straight up. The player turned at an angle, so Angel turned at an angle. So, in much respect, she helped Angel out. So I appreciate it, right? But you gotta know, Angel is no longer 6'3", she's 6'4", and she can maneuver her body and adjust herself in the right way. You just gotta finish overall at the end of the day. I think the next game that they play against Dallas, it's gonna be a battle. So Dream's they're gonna have to come up. They're gonna have to come on with the come on. They're not gonna have time to play because you have too many shooters on that team. I think from the shooting standpoint, they got just as many shooters on the Dream than they have on the Wings. The other thing is defensively, Dallas guards are extremely aggressive defensively. So the Dream is going to have to make sure that they're taking care of the ball, or they're going to be forced in a position like they were in this last game of turning the ball over and then trying to play from behind. And then they're going to have to finish. Boarding is going to have to be a big measure in that game as well. Okot is probably going to have to play more minutes because of her height, but she's going to have to figure out how to stay in the game and really stand her ground defensively, right? And make a presence. This is where Okot gets to open up herself as a player for the Dream when she plays against a team like the Wings and how big they are. So that's what I want to see for her. What are your thoughts on that?
It sounded like Duvall is coming out to be a little bit right about Okot being able to play early so she can get her rookie mistakes out of there. Of course, she'll, later down the line, she'll do something here and there, but for her to have this opportunity to be able to get out there and get some burn and, and work with the team and do what she's doing. I like what Okot is doing. I think can she, like you said, the fouls and stuff, that'll come with time, I think. I think they're going to need Okot, Tony, especially when they play Mystics, because she can take bets. She did it in the preseason. She could take bets with no problem. Bets didn't like that. So I mean, I guess figure out how he gonna plug Okot in and put her in the best position where she can execute. I think, but yeah, okay. I like what I'm saying. She got like she do be following and stuff like that, and then you be like, okay, Okot, what was that right there? So here and there, but she's still learning. So I just love it that I love it that Tony, that the rookies are getting the opportunity, and I like it that the Dreamer actually letting her get out there, because you'll never know if you sit her on the bench half season and then try to throw her in the game. Oh, no shade, but I'm just saying.
No, Nubian Sage said Okot looks good. All right, Okot and spurts is looking pretty good. Solidly though, this game she didn't have much to defend. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the Lynx, she's going to have to defend when it comes to Dallas. So each game is going to be different. I thought that the minutes that she was given was pretty good, but I want to see her be more aggressive, and I think she will be. Of course, she's going to have the minutes to show it, but I know Semesco, he's going to go with the old faithfuls when it comes down to the wire, because, I mean, you got to have the experience in there. You can't have simple mistakes. It would be nice to give her more minutes to have her get acclimated to the game, right? Because you want her to, but when you are on a team like Angel was on prior to the Dream, and you had to play the rookies because that's what you have, it afforded her and Camilla to be able to be the dominant force that they were at moments. But it also doesn't help you clean up the little mistakes that are made, because you're forced to make those over and over again because you have nobody teaching you. In this instance, Okot has somebody to teach her. She has somebody that's in her ear. Angel's being a great vet in that capacity, although she's only her third year in. She's still giving the best knowledge that she can. And I like that about her. I also see Bree Jones on the bench giving feedback and commentary, which is great. So she has some great vets around, and I don't doubt that she's going to pick it up, because she's going to have to pick it up. Especially by the time we get to the playoffs, she got to be ready to go. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. What's going on, Anthony Sneed? Thanks for coming to the building. Go ahead and hit the like button. Anthony Sneed said Reese is like Draymond Green, who should only rebound and pass and only take points that are given to her. When she tries to be number one scorer, she kills chemistry. She needs to accept she's not a scorer. I'm going to say this. I beg to differ, Anthony. She is not the number one, but she is a scorer. She's not trying to do too much. I don't see anywhere in this game, nor in any previous games that she's played in a W, and I'm going to give it to you 100. And I know this game extremely well. Angel is not trying to be the number one scorer, nor has she ever tried to be the number one scorer. When you are asked from your GM to give more, then you have to give more. Angel is pass first, shoot second. If you guys can't see that in her game, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're looking at. She's not killing the chemistry of a game. She's not. If the defense gives her the lane to score, then she's supposed to score. That's what post players do, especially fours. Fours are to drive. Fours are to take the middies. Fours are to get to the cup. There's a lot that a four does. So, no, I beg to differ that she's trying to do way too much. But that is your opinion, and I appreciate your opinion. I did read it because I wanted everyone to kind of hear that sentiment that you gave. But that is not factual. That is not factually the truth of her game and what she's given so far to the W. It's the notion that everyone wants to think that she thinks she's number one, but those that really are paying attention to the game knows that Angel is not number one. But I do appreciate that. She focused too much. No, I can give you. I think that she thinks too much about the shot before taking a shot. However, which affords her to kind of not focus clearly on making a shot, but just putting it up there. However, if she just plays and not think about the game or about the play, and I know my chat wants me to not give you this moment, but I do believe in addressing something like that because I want to help you kind of understand what is really going on. So some people will demise a player because they don't like the fact that she's missed so much. Well, she can only get better by putting it up. That's for a 3-ball, right? Well, Caitlin can't put up 25 points if she don't jack up 18 to 20 shots. And I'm just being honest, right? That's the honesty of the game. What's going on? I see that. Stephen Love, welcome to the building, 2322. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't. I'm not going to demise or let anyone demise any player on this channel because that's not what we do. We do have our opinions, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from as the host of this channel and also ADP. We are not true glazers of any particular player. But we are going to speak the facts and we are going to give the truth. And we're not going to let anybody demise a player because they want to see everybody else win. I think Allisha Gray shot the ball well, but not well, right? She has 24 points. Yes, she's the leader of all scorers of on the game. But she put up 18 shots. She made 11. No, what was it? 18 shots. Allisha Gray had 24 points. She had 24 points. And for what she put up, for what she missed, let's put it that way. For what she missed, she could have easily had 30. And Angel could have easily had 20 with the chippies that she missed. If you were here a little bit earlier, you probably would have saw that we spoke about that already. Sorry you're coming to the party a little bit late. But Chad, I did want to go ahead and talk about that. Thank you so much, King Webb, for coming to the channel. I appreciate you. Go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time I drop. So please, absolutely, be a part. We talk straight basketball facts, not about fiction, not about what we want a particular player to do. I do, however, we have players that we want to get better. So we talk about them getting better. But demising is something that we don't do over here. This is strictly basketball and to the point and straight facts about what we see players doing. So I do want to bring that up and we kind of talk about that and shoot those things. I'm
not connected, so I can't respond, but Hog is funny.
Yeah, I just saw Hog. Hog is funny. I think he got it, guys. I think some people and let's just put it out there real quick, right? I think some people see Angel and for everything that she does and her confidence in everything that she do, right? As her being extremely arrogant, thinks she's the it and want to be the show on basketball. She doesn't. She just wants to simply play the game. She wants to be as good as she can be while helping whoever's on her team that she's with. And I think once everybody start looking at that aspect of Angel versus everything else that she does and how confident that she is to basically try to say what she isn't doing, or they would just like to see her. I don't know a player that just rebounds, kicks the ball out. I'm a rebound. I'm right there to put it back, but I'm gonna kick the ball out. And this is just a scenario. I get the rebound, ADP. You over in the corner, you're wide open, but I'm extremely wide open underneath the basket. But I'm gonna kick the ball out because I'm not confident in the fact that I'm gonna make the layup when I'm wide open. So I'm just going to kick it out. You know what a player like happens to a player like that? And this is not just for Anthony. This is for everybody. A player like that get benched and then bounced out of the league. She has to be a presence. She has to be a force. She has to be a scorer, as well as a rebounder, a passer, a defender, a blocker, an assist maker. That's her position. So that's what she does. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to the game and what we were talking about. We were talking about Okot and Okot being able to be more effective for the Dream by bringing more height to the floor. I totally agree with that. I think that the more games that she play, and we must remember that Okot only have 6 years of basketball period under her belt, just 6 years, and she's doing well for only having 6 years under her belt. I think that she's gonna come in and she's gonna be she's a fast, as you can see, she's a fast learner. So she's gonna have fast improvement. And with having that fast improvement, she's gonna have more minutes. I see it coming. Semesco, if anybody knows this coach, he loves playing all of his players. It's very rare that he's not going to play his bench, right? He plays his bench, not to the full capacity, but he plays them here and there. He's not going to give him a whole lot of minutes, but he's going to give him some because he want to know, what can you offer me should my team be in a jam and say for Paopao, say Jordan Canada can't go. Well, guess who has to play? Paopao. Paopao got to come and play those minutes. She has to take care of the ball. She has to play the minutes. Let's say for Nier has to come in and she has to play that 3 position. So you have enough players on that team for a few positions where they're going to have an opportunity to really go in and do some great things. And that's what I'm most excited about for the Dream. I'm also, let's flip side on the Lynx. For what you saw from the Lynx, ADP, what do you think this team is going to fare? And this is before Nafisa Collier comes back.
I don't know, Tony, because Olivia Miles was just
she was
just so great. She was oh, thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, she was cooking. Thank you, baby. She was cooking so hard. I couldn't know. Well, you know what? She was cooking so hard, and I couldn't notice nobody else because she was doing. I didn't see anybody else out there working except for McBuckets. McBuckets did do her thing, you know, here and there, but that daggone Miles, she took over the team, Tony. Like I couldn't see nobody else. I was like, dang, Tony need to be here. Like Tony need to be here.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I know you used to represent on Miles because where are them people at? You went over. Tony was faithful to them TCU games, guys. If you don't know,
I love my Miles,
go check them out. I don't care. She didn't care if nobody showed up in the chat. She didn't care if other games were going on. When it came to TCU, Olivia Miles, Tony was on it. But Tony, like I was telling them earlier, Tony, the way that you guys critique, y'all critique with love. It's not what you critique, it's how you critique it, right? And I'm saying when you guys critique, y'all critiquing, hey, okay, you know you could do better on this, but I see what you do right here. You don't tear the player down when you're critiquing. You just give an honest analysis.
No, I don't believe in doing that. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on with the game? And I'm telling you, she rode that. Tony rode it all the way out to the end. Even when the games, we was like, oh, we were getting a little sleepy, but you know what I'm saying? Because it was drawn out. The games were drawn out. And Tony said, y'all just bear with me, you know, just bear with me. And she did it. She didn't change up. So where are they, Tony? The ones that say, "Oh, Olivia Miles won't do this." Olivia Miles.
They said Olivia Miles was trash, man. They said Olivia Miles was no good. Olivia Miles ain't gonna make it in a W. Olivia Miles wouldn't be in the top 5. It's the same for Angel. That's why Olivia Miles and Angel are such great friends. Again, like I said to those that missed it, Angel was a big inspiration to Miles while she was at TCU and all that stuff happened with her with Notre Dame. She's a great mentor to Juju. She was a great mentor to Haley Van Lith and some others. Angel is that girl. Just because she don't show it. Olivia Miles said it very clear. Like, yes, Angel and I talk all the time. Angel, she calls me, she makes sure she gives me words of encouragement, just all those different things. Olivia Miles said that. Haley Van Lith said the same thing. Juju said when she was going through her battling through her injuries and stuff like that, who was there? Angel Reese. Angel does a lot for a lot of the ladies. She is a great, great mentor. She's a great person. She is. She's a hellified meanie on the court. She is definitely that. She don't like you on the court. But if y'all were paying attention to the game, the big embrace between her and Olivia Miles was very, very warming to see. This is the first time she got to see Angel since she's been drafted and they started playing. So this is huge. Boss Hog said, I think Lynx just wanted to beat Angel. They'll lose the next one.
I don't think so. And then another thing too, Tony, you know what I loved about this too? That Olivia Miles came a year out before Hannah, so they don't have to be, even though they're gonna come and bring some noise when Hannah comes, it's great that they don't have to. It's great that Olivia's already here and Hannah's coming in, so Hannah will be able to have half of her story before they start those scenarios and stuff up, you know.
Well, people aren't paying attention because if they were paying attention, Hannah and Miles already squashed whatever narrative that was going on. It's all over. They talked, they hashed it out, whatever the issue was. Look, let me tell you something about Miles. Miles just want peace and happiness. Miles reminds me of a player from the hippies from, and I'm not calling them hippies. Hippies are great people, right? That just loves. They want all right with the world. You know, that's Olivia Miles. She wants all right with the world, and I'm glad that she wants that. It's important for her to have, for her to be a part. And I know some of you guys are in here, and I'm gonna try to get us out here in a few more minutes because I know Keisha and Bro Claude's gonna be coming on in a little bit. But look, she wants all right with the world. And Hannah has already come out. She's apologized for making anybody feel whatever the way they felt. I'm a believer in letting that stuff ride. That stuff is old news. It ain't nothing that we need to be worried about, depict about, or be a part, or worry, be concerned about. Our biggest thing is those two play two different positions right now, right? They can both play the 1 or 2, but one's going to play the 1 and one's going to play the 2. That's it.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, should they both be playing a 1 when Hannah gets into the league? Yes, she should. Yes, she should. She's going to be a hellified 1. But again, that's why it says one of many ones that's in this league and that's going to be coming into this league where we can't say that Olivia Miles is going to be the next Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray got, you know how many championships Chelsea Gray got under her belt?
I mean,
you know how much Chelsea Gray has done for this league? When people come in and say stuff like Caitlin's the greatest, and you got Asia Wilson who's knocking it down, setting the presence every month, and we sitting here saying, what? Come on, man. Stop the nonsense. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. The greats are going to be the greats. Those that are coming up are going to be future players that are coming up, future rivals in a good way, not a negative way. And I just want to see all of these ladies win. I'm about basketball. I ain't about BS. I ain't about all that craziness. Oh, this person is this person is that. Y'all stop that. If you are true fans of the sports, critique the game for the sport, the players that's playing the sport, but not about their own individual trying to have individual attacks. I've never in my wildest dream ever seen a post player just snag down a board and kick it out. I'm just gonna keep saying that. I've never seen a point guard slash the basket and they wide open and they need to kick it out, but they wide open. I've never seen a 5 get the rebound and not put it back if they have the opportunity to put it back. You only kick it out unless you're being doubled. Oh, there's a net right around my man. I gotta get that net.
Yeah, T. Carmela, she did say hi, Tony. She loves some Tony.
I love Tony.
That's Harvest, Tony.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, baby. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Every time I'm on live, she thank you up there.
Oh. See,
I got both of them today. Look, my daughter dropped her off. It's Monday, so I have Harvest on Monday, so she know I'll be on the live, Tony. So,
well, I'll make sure that I'm on live when you there on Mondays, Harvest, so you can see me. And I saw if Miss D is in here, I don't think I saw her, but if she want to do a live, she wanted me to do a live with her. Tell her I'll be available. I'll probably text after this. I'll be available tomorrow. Okay. I will be available this week, guys. I am off this week. So anything you guys want me to cover, go ahead and send it to me in my DM and I'll cover it. I'm off this week. I'll be traveling on Thursday. So that'll be one of my days where I'm probably only going to get 1, maybe 2 shows in. But however, I'm off all week. Let's kick it in. This Cam stinks. did that only yesterday, Tony. Ball right back out. Yeah, that's crazy. I heard about that, man. I did. I think if you, I mean, you got a 70-40 chance of making it, or 60, 64. I'm sorry, 70-30, 60-40 chance of making it, right? So why not put it back up? The worst that can happen is somebody come behind and block it. But if you don't put it up confidently, that'll happen. And I'm going to tell you, her coach came out, and it's only game 1, said she has to do more. Ain't that something?
Oh, we already listen.
And because it's only game 1.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, you watched the game yet, Tone? You watched the game yet?
Yeah. No. I saw bits and pieces of that one. That's not a game I wanted to see, but I'll go back and look at it since y'all want
you want to see this one. It was a good. It wasn't boring, Tony. It was a good game, but you got to see what they talking about. You got to see it.
Okay.
But it was definitely, and then because I want to hear your take on LA too, because it was definitely a good game, but they gotta figure out what's what over there. LA, they got good players, but they got to figure out some things.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that they lost big time. They lost by 30. Now we talk about players minimizing the ball in their hands. If I had to pick one, I would definitely pick Plum, because Plum don't let that ball go too often. However, she's just a big playmaker for her team, so I can't really tell her what to do or what I expect her to do other than what she's doing, because she's the big playmaker for her team. So the nerve of Candace Owens Parker to put Angel in the same tier as Cam. I think she need to go back and check that out, right? Yeah, I think she need to go back and recap, because let me tell you something, big girl. Now, you know what? I'm supposed to be getting my butt off of here, but I'm going to say this, right? Players or commentators or analysis or simply podcasters, sometimes because you play the game don't mean you fully understand the game. If nobody knows that to be true, that is absolutely true, because you can play a game. You play the game because you're good and you understand the realm of your position and what you're doing. But when you go and you're trying to have analytics for all positions in an entire game, I don't care whether you're a vet or not, doesn't mean you know exactly what you're talking about. I heard somebody say, yeah, well, everybody came hard for Candace. they were came hard for her. But, they didn't have to go on off on her like that. Well, yes, they did. She's an analyst, right? She's critiquing, right? Well, she gave her best shot, so everybody else giving their best shot. They don't like what she said, so they're saying what they gotta say. Is that it? Oh, it says White was talking about Clark's lack of defense today. Huh. Yep, that's true. Let's see, MSL ADP, I agree. And that reminds us of Jeff P. However, I think this is more about basketball. When Angel was injured, recovering, when Jeff P. got personal issues as well. Yeah, they all got personal issues. They all got issues, man. These people are crazy as hell around here sometimes. But, guys, I wanted to definitely come up and I want to read this article real quick before I get out of here. But we do know at the end of the day, for Minnesota, there's still positives despite the collapse that they had in this game. I did want to bring that up. It was a big pivotal point for a team like the Dream to pull themselves out of a rough that they put themselves in. But there's a lot of positives that came out of this game for the Lynx, despite how they looked. Olivia Miles looked like a future star immediately. And I just said that earlier. I want to reiterate that. She looked like an immediate star, especially with Nafisa Collier being gone. Somebody has to step up. If Courtney Williams and McBride can't be that person, then why not Olivia Miles, which they did play well. Both those ladies played well. It's just when a team that have the weapons that Atlanta Dream has, it's hard to hold them to a particular standard, right? Because they're so good and they have so many weapons within their arsenal that afford them to be able to come from a 19 deficit and win a game like this and kind of hold steady, which they made it very scary for themselves. But I still like the sideline recovering aspect of Allisha, just getting herself together after that ankle surgery. Like she said, she's had 2 ankle surgeries. She keep having injuries on her feet. It's just tough for her. I hate this for her. However, when she comes back and she adds to her team, I think that they're going to be all right. I don't see the Lynx being in such a bad disarray and what people thought they were, just because we didn't know who all they were picking for the team. I think that this is good. It was also good to sit some players out to allow the players that were just on camp contracts or rookies to come in and try to fill a void where coach needed space, where she had space to fill in positions. However, we knew Miles weren't going anywhere. She said that, Courtney Williams was definitely going to be her one. She's her number one, true one. That's going to be difficult with a player like Miles on your team. You've got a player because you're going to need her. And that's great because it pushes Courtney to play the 2 and McBride to play the 3. However, McBride is a 1-2-3. Courtney's a 1-2. Olivia Miles a 1-2. So you got the players that you need to be able to be all right. I think that they're going to be all right once Nafisa get back. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that'd be okay. To Nafisa comes back. When does she come back? June. You said June. She coming back in June.
I'm not sure. I think it's somewhere around that. They were talking about it, but I simply will tune certain things like that out for that reason. Reason being is if the timeline isn't true, right? They did a timeline for Caitlin Clark last year, and it absolutely destroyed the narrative, which I want to hear anybody. I wish that these people wouldn't say that, right? Because you just let a player, you say that the player is out. You utilize the words that they use for Bree Jones, for Dana Evans, that the players will be out indefinitely. That way, if they make their way back in and they get into the rotation, it's a lot easier to see them have a comeback than to say, oh, yeah, this player's going to be back in May. Or this player's going to be back in June. Give them some timeline to be able to get it done. Ashley said, Let's see. Let me go back. I like that comment. Um, it says, isn't it crazy how certain players' games translate to the W? To be honest, I didn't think it was that big of. Let's see us. I didn't think I was that big of a fan of Olivia Miles. I love her in the W. It might be Reeves' system. I love uh Heidemann last year. I think Heidemann put herself in a great position to go somewhere and actually play more because Heidemann was coming off the bench. Where she's at with the Storm, who's she playing with? Is it Storm? I think she's playing with the Storm. Wherever she went, it's a perfect opportunity for her to highlight herself, and she's just not doing that. If she can't do that and she let the rookies come in and take all our minutes, hell, that's on her. She's gonna have to bite the bullet. She's too much of a veteran for that to be happening. I think the showmanship that she gave last year allowed her to go somewhere or to be picked on a team that helps her shine more. Hey, Miss D, I was just talking about you. If you want to do a show, let me know. I'm off this week. But it puts her in a position to shed more light on her and what she has to offer the W, other than just being someone that comes off the bench and is a role player. If she want to remain in a role player position, then keep playing like you're playing right now. And after this year, or however long your contract for, and they don't have to abide by that contract easily, you're going to be gone. Heidemann has to give more. Heidemann literally played as a passer in the 2 preseason games. I needed her to show leadership, and she did it. I loved how she played last year, coming off the bench, being a leader, showing poise, putting up big shot, being big shot Bob when we needed her to be. But if she can't show that, if it's the Storm she's with, she got Lexi Brown starting. What is that? You got to be kidding me. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. But that is a good take. Miles, like I said, sometimes you even look at Big Four, right? People are like, oh, Big Four wins. Oh, Big Four gonna get a W. She gonna sit on the bench. Big Four is like, no, she is a star caliber player. For the team she's on, yes, the position she's playing in and the minutes that she's getting is great. If she was with another team, yes, she probably would have to battle and fight her way for some minutes. If she wasn't with someone like a Washington or even maybe the new Portland team, anything like that, right? I just think that I want to see her do more. I think, again, that her being traded during the draft from the Valks to the Storm was an absolute amazing choice because it allows her to be the best version of herself and to show the W, I'm here. This is what I'm made of, versus trying to be with the Velks and then the Velks cut her. And now you're trying to find a team for her to be on, which is crazy. So she is at a perfect home. I ain't gonna say too much on Natalie Nakasi because I got some things to say about her, but I'm gonna save that for another day. I'm gonna save it for another day.
I want to say, yeah.
Go ahead. You can say it. Go ahead. No,
look. I'm sorry, Tony, but I gotta see some more games. But she's something else, right? She's definitely something else.
Yeah, she's something else. But she got her team. She's another one that kept her core, except for the one player went to the Fever. But she got her team back, right? And she's happy. The team she has is a nice playoff caliber team, but they're gonna find themselves in another situation if Natalie don't start picking up some rookies and allowing them rookies to actually play a big part of her program. It's gonna be problems. Because if you get your players to go down like you did, and I'm going to turn this off, you're going to have another situation where you're trying to find players later on because you're going to wear the ones you have down too thin. And so, we shall see. We shall see. Anything else, Chad? What else you got, Chad? What else you got? I don't know. I don't know.
So we're going to see.
It was the battle of the fives in this last game in Angel and Old Miles. And then it's going to be the battle of the fives again. Between Angel and Paige. It's something about that 5, man. It's something about that 5.
I'm telling you.
That 5. It would have been too easy for Angel to go back to 10 when she came to the Dream, but I think she loves wearing 5.
She like that number 5. Okay, that's why I'm gonna ask you about that.
Yes, they do, Hawk Balls. He says Golden State lives by the 3. Yep, and they're gonna die by the 3 when they don't have. Yeah.
Right.
So what do y'all think about the whole Kate Martin letting Kate Martin go, then her being signed on a player development contract? I believe it's the Sparks. So she's on a player development contract. 5 has the power sign. They do. What you think about that, Chad?
5 is a power sign.
I'm talking about the 5s, the battle of the 5s. It said 5 as a power sign. I was saying, what do you think about Kate Martin being let go by the Velks and then being picked up on just a player development contract by the Sparks? What do you think about that, ADP? I don't know if ADP is still with us, y'all.
I'm with you guys in the back. Bonnie Clyde tag teaming me, so I'm trying to.
Oh, they tag team you? Okay, no, let them tag team. Let them tag team. I think it's crazy. Yeah, I think it's crazy. But nevertheless, somebody got to be on a player development contract, and why not supply? This girl's been in the league. This her 3rd year. It's her 3rd year. And you just imagine if the Vegas didn't pick her up, she wouldn't be in the league at all. He was born on the 5. Miss D said, "K, cool. The Velks okay without her." Yeah, they definitely okay without her because they don't need her, right? She was a player that they pulled in off the bench here and there just to come knock down some threes, only to put her back out the game. So she didn't play very much for them in the first place. However, the Velks was supposed to be built somewhat around her, and I think Nakasi felt like she owed her something because they were all at Vegas together, right? And she felt like she could have given Martin an opportunity, bring Martin over, and maybe we can build something around Martin, but that just wasn't the case. There was other players that she got that of course is extremely better. So I mean, ain't nothing else she could do about that, right? So it kind of is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm gonna read this article real quick. Allisha Gray, 24 points, and Angel Reese, a double to help the Dream rally to beat the Lynx, 91-90. Minnesota's Allisha Gray, Minnesota AP. Minneapolis. Allisha Gray scored 16 of her 24 points in the second half. Angel Reese had 11 points and 14 rebounds in her debut for Atlanta Dream, and Atlanta Dream beats the Minnesota Lynx 91-90 on Saturday night in a season opener for both teams. Reese acquired from Chicago on April 6th in exchange for first-round draft picks in 2027 and 2028, has 50 career double-doubles in just 65 games. The fastest to reach the mark in WNBA history. Olivia Miles, the number 2 selection in the 2026 draft, has 21 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks for Minnesota in her WNBA debut. Nafisa Collier did not play for the Lynx. The 5-time WNBA All-Star had surgery on both ankles this offseason. God, dog, on both ankles this offseason, and is expected to resume on court actively in early June. So that was ADP asking me that question. So it is here in the article that it does say early June.
Early June? Okay.
That she will return. Jordan Canada got into the lane for a basket, and Tahina Paopao hit a pull-up jumper that gave Dream their first lead of the game, which was 91-90. We appreciate that, Paopao. Thank you, Paopao. Thank you. We needed that. With 12 seconds remaining, Gray and Reese each blocked the shot from there to seal the Atlanta Dreams win. So remember, right before Angels block, there was a jump ball because Gray blocked Olivia Miles' shot. And now remember, Allisha Gray had just said, I ain't no shot blocker. And what did she do? Go in the game and block a shot. So when they asked them who shot block was the best shot block, when they asked them after the game, they both pointed at each other. I thought that was pretty funny. So, yeah. Naz Hillman and Ryan Howard scored 15 points apiece for Atlanta, and Canada finished with 12. Kayla McBride scored 18. Courtney Williams had 14 points, and 6'4" rookie Emma added 12. Man, 6'4". Yeah, she big. But she couldn't get that last one in. Well, it is what it is. Angel just blocked a shot. They got the win. The Lynx missed 9 consecutive field goals attempts as Atlanta used the 18-4 run to trim its defect to knock it down to 58-57 with 2:51 left in the third quarter. But again, Emma answered with a layup, and Miles followed it with a three-pointer, and that's what brought them back up immediately after that. But then the Dream went on their tangents and stayed within the game, which afforded them the win. That was the game in its entirety, guys. I am extremely excited for this season. I cannot wait for everyone to get to their best selves and start to see the chemistry rhythm. You still have the aces who have the majority of their core. They added a couple key pieces, meaning Kennedy shot back quarter to their lineup. You also have Turner that goes in and does her job. Salute. I appreciate you in the building there. My boss man. Appreciate you. Again, you have them come in and they're added to those teams. And as they're added to that team, they're still trying to find the chemistry and the balance on how they're going to rotate all of those. I believe Jewel Lloyd still wants to come off the bench. If she feels that that's what's comfortable for her, then shoot for the sky, right? Why not? I just think that right now everybody's just trying to get in their rhythm. Some, again, that have their key mark players that have returned, but you still got to get back into the rhythm and the flow of the game. Again, I'm going to say it for the third time. I like the way Semesko said what he said. Our games aren't going to be what you think they are in the beginning. It's nothing to panic about, but it is what it is. And until they get themselves settled in and everybody kind of get rhythm in the base of what they have going on. Angel gets in the flow of their offense 100% silently, and then it's going to be great. I love that. I can't wait to see what happens. But as you can see, this team can score at will. When they're hot, they're hot. When they stink, they're going to stink. So they need somebody like an Angel that can go in and be a bucket getter, a Paopao that can come in and be a bucket getter, and so on and so forth with some of the other players that they have. They have the other PGs, the third PG, Can't wait for her to come in and do some things. She also can shoot the 3 ball pretty well. So that's what I have on that, guys. And ADP, I know you got the attack of the swarming bees back there, but do you have anything?
You know they always do the most when you're doing something, right?
Right.
No, I can agree with you. I like what he said, and I can't wait, guys. I'm so excited. Like the start of the season, regardless of the shenanigans, we still saw some good games. I just don't want it, Tony. I don't want to see 10,000 fouls, Tony. I just don't want to see it. It don't look good. I'd rather for you
Oh my
reschedule the
gosh.
game or something than have all those fouls. That's why I said the Aces game and the Dream game were good games because you didn't have 10,000 fouls. And not just saying the Fever just had that, you know what I'm saying? Other teams had to deal with
Right.
that type of stuff too. But I'm just saying
Right.
you don't want that. It takes away from the game. So somebody else,
Yes,
look,
indeed.
somebody else, Tony, need to come out. One of them coaches needs to say, we need that defense so it could change because Rainbow Bright done put that out there. And now it's like they trying to do that for some reason. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see them little buddy old, freaking old Palzos. Let's see. Phoenix signs Swartz. Did they sign her or is she on the player development contract? They signed
I
her, but
think
she's on a player development.
I believe that's what she's on.
Yeah, she's on a player development. Yeah, that's what she's on. I want to make sure. I'm just going through, getting in some of the replies. We had like they said, they had a couple of idiots in the game in the chat earlier. But that's all I have, guys. With that being said, guess what we're going to do? We're going to close this on out. We're going to close it on out, and we're going to be back soon. Right now, I am going to go out here. I'm looking at some cars pulling up. I'm going to go out here and look at those other 2 games, and then I can come back and give you analysis because you guys want me to look at those. So I'm going to go look at those 2 games right now. We should have Keisha and Keisha and Duvall on right now. So I'm going to go catch them. You guys, please go check them out, see where they are. Let's see. Seattle should trade. Huh?
I think let me check. Yeah, she switched it to 9 o'clock, guys.
She pushed it back. She pushed it back to 9.
Yeah, so 9 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock your time and 9 o'clock my time.
Okay, it's good. So she's gonna be on in about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 29 minutes she'll be on. That sounds good to me. That give me time to go actually get some dinner. Give me some dinner. Chat, you guys have been great. ADP, you wonderful.
I love you, Tony. I'm so glad you're back. Woo! Tony is back.
I know, y'all. I'm back. I had to enjoying family. The nieces and the great nieces and the great nephews. I'm sorry, I ain't got no great nieces yet. Everybody has had a baby, has had a boy. My son got 2 boys. 3 of my nieces, they got boys. We got boys on boys. It used to be all girls, and now it's all boys.
And Tony, you didn't have to tell me you was all on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I got to catch your first one, but you ain't tell me word on the TikTok street was you was live, girl, having you a good time. What's up with that, Tony?
Yeah, boy. Them nieces of mine, I have to show you how my family get out, man. My family is something else. Yeah, I was on the tickety talk, y'all. I was on the tickety talk. Okay, I admit it. I was on the tickety talk. I wasn't on TikTok. I was on the tickety talk. I was on the tickety talk, and family was having a good old time. And I just wanted to show y'all this is how they get down here. So that's what we do. But yeah, I'm having a little bit of fun, y'all. I'm having a little bit of fun. I'm just enjoying myself right now. I miss my dog. But we having fun.
You need to enjoy
everybody
yourself.
Everybody good. Eddie P, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I know. I work too hard not to. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Chat, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to get my buns up off of this live because Keisha probably saw I was still on and said, let me move this thing back because man, Tony going to be on that thing for 3 hours. Not today.
Hit that like button
games
too.
To go watch. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit it. And guys, Chabella, I see you on the next rebound.